Hello, this is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. How you doing today? I'd like to invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. In our YouTube channel, we discuss charts with targets, trade ideas, candlesticks, and patterns. We answer questions. We talk about our flagship setups, our pinball, such as our pinball setup, rounded bottom breakout, our 3/8 trap, our blue ice failure. Our YouTube channel is packed with tons and tons of information. And if you can't make it in the trading room during the day, check it out, subscribe. And anytime we send out a new YouTube video, you'll receive a notification in your email. If you don't like it, just simply cancel. But yeah, give it a try. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, all right? Appreciate it. For those that are going to be in the trading room, we'll see you right now. All right, there we go. Good morning again, everyone. How are you? This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. This is Friday, August 2nd, 2024, and the market is going to open up in about 45 minutes. It looks like the earnings that we had last night and or this morning are not doing the bulls any favor. So we are completely and totally and 100% below the 50-period moving average now. The T-line will likely close below the 50-period moving average here, and the dotted deuce is just right behind it, ready to follow. Right now, where's my pin at? There we go. Right now, we've got price below the T-line, T-line below the trend indicator. There's the trend indicator right there. Trend indicator's turning red. The more likely trades at this point are the trades where we have, say, rallies, little short-term rallies, and then look for those shorts. The inverse ETFs are going to be doing really good today. We're going to look at a few of those. Most of them are going to require a little bit of a pullback. 2 thumbs up for those that are still holding some of those inverse from yesterday. Okay, so yesterday we bought, what was it, NTAP? We bought some NTAP puts, and NTAP is working out. Now this is, where's my mouse? There we are. This is coming from one of our flagship strategies, the blue ice failure here. That was the reason to get into NTAP. And right now NTAP looks like it may run a little bit lower. I'm going to take this high and come all the way down to this low. And right in here would be the 50% retracement. Right through here at approximately 115.90. So that's what I'll be looking for a target. Reevaluate, and it may possibly move a little lower. Right now we're just down with a little doji. Let's see how this thing works out. If it starts to rally up, I may even add to that position if it does that. The other one that we entered short yesterday, a put on it, was CHWY here. And CHWY looks like it's headed down toward the 200-period moving average here at about 1990, give or take a few pennies. So let's just see if that can make it down there. And right now from where we are, that's a nice 13% move. So those both look really, really good for shorts. Here's Disney. Disney is setting up. Nice little pop-up 3/8 trap failure inside a trend. Our trend is working to the downside. That 3/8 trap is set up above the highest high, above the highest low, recent highest low. We are in, between the 3 and the 8. It's like a on the bullish side, you would call this, that just flipped over, you would call it a bullish J hook or a continuation pattern. This is a bearish H pattern. Same thing as that bullish continuation pattern. We're looking for this setup to continue to the downside. Now there's some inverse ETFs that are looking pretty good. Now, some of you still may be in the SQQQ that we talked about yesterday, and if you are, congratulations, 2 thumbs up. You made some great money here today. You may even be keeping it. I don't know if you're keeping it or closing it, but what a great gap up we had on that. We're hitting that 50% retracement, if we take the top up here of about April 19th all the way to the low, right now I would expect a little bit of consolidation through here just because it's at that 50% retracement. We'll watch for another entry if the market remains to the bearish side. We'll watch for another entry and look to see if we can push that up, make a little money up toward that $11.50 area up here. Okay, if the SQQQ is a little bit too much for somebody to trade, QID is a great way to trade. It's maybe not as volatile, and this one might be one to look at. And that's assuming the Qs continue to move down. So right now with this, I would be looking for a little bit of a rest to set up, watch that entry, and see if that doesn't pop up a little bit more. On the SPY side of things, SPXU, whoops, that's not it. SPXU, there we go. SPXU is one of my favorites. And we're setting up for that rounded bottom breakout here. That's another one of our flagship strategies. The T-line and the trend indicator are not above the 50-period moving average yet. So we're not, it's not 100% an RDB setup, but we're getting awfully close. We've gapped up over that 50% retracement. If the bulls try to come in the market just a little bit, that should make that relax a little, and that might make a very nice entry, and we'll be using that 50-period moving average as a stop area. Targets up here in the 31.90 and in the 33.70 range up there on that. Now there's some folks that let's go look at IWM. There's IWM, and you can see it's pulled back all the way to the 50-period moving average today. That's a big ouch right there. If it continues, which really what I expect, a little bit of a bounce, it starts to bounce, watch for the rollover, and that's where we might go look at some TZA. So watch TZA if it starts to pull back. This is the inverse ETA, one of the inverse ETFs for IWM. So we can watch for that pullback, watch for the setup, and then we may be able to play that to the upside. And that's, that's all contingency on a little bit of a rise with IWM. That'll push this down, and then it may set up where IWM goes lower, and that'll push TZA up a little bit higher. If any questions on that, we'll definitely talk about that this morning after the market opens up a little bit there. So looks like Meta, for some of the big names, it looks like Meta popped up and pulled back here. I wouldn't call this bearish just yet. I really wouldn't. So far, we're creating a little bit of a bottom. We've popped up, pulled back, maybe a little bit of support. It's going to have to fall a little bit more, and then we can go to the bearish side of it. But right now, we need a little more information on what's happening in here. Amazon, geez, took it on the chin, not only yesterday, but took it on, yesterday, and it's taken it on the chin as well as today. Apple, I did buy a little bit of Apple going into the close yesterday, looking for it to pop up. Really, it's not doing too bad at all here. Yesterday, we ended up with a nice wick down here on the bottom at that 50% retracement and the 50-period moving average. This morning, we're holding right up in here. So I'll be watching Apple. If it starts to move up, I'll look to add more. If it starts to break down, I'm going to get out of it. Okay, that's all I have. Does anyone have any charts that you want to look at? And that'll give me a chance to get some coffee here. All right. Good morning again, everyone. Let's see. Coke, yeah, Coke is moving up. You're probably going to find that the defensive areas are going to make a little bit of money today, or that's where some money will be moving into, is some of the defensive areas. And Coke is one of those. and it's looking really good here. So if you're in Coke, great. If you're looking to buy Coke, there's the breakout area. So we'll look at pretty much anything below 67, say, I'm going to round it down to 55. You probably wouldn't want it because that means that it's pulling back and this tall wick up here is taking control, and we're going to look at that as a danger zone. So as long as it stays up, I think we're pretty good here. Pretty good. AT&T is one that we're holding long, and while AT&T is sort of stable, it's out there. You know, it doesn't necessarily swing with some of the volatile stocks out there, and you can see that it's still holding up. So AT&T is looking really good right now. BMY is still setting up for a bullish trade. So we're watching this for a possible buy. It's going to have to show me a little bit more interest, and I'm not even sure today will be the day, just because it's Friday. No sense in rushing into anything. On the short side, BROS, we talked about that yesterday. Bros as a possible short, and you can see we're starting to see some follow through to the downside there. MO is one of those charts that's in the defensive area, and it may be trying to move up here. Like I say, you know, money is gonna go in the market. Money doesn't make money unless it's working. So money flowing out of some of these tech stocks that are really kind of hurting right now might flow into some of this defensive area where it's a little calmer, a little quieter, and it's still on the bullish side of things. So let's look at Costco. Costco's still short here. With Costco, you can see that. Where's my pin? Here's price is less than the T-line, and the T-line is less than the trend indicator, and then trend indicator is less than the 50-period moving average. That's an absolute downtrend right here. So every time price tries to rally, I'm going to assume that's a setup for a short, unless it's a qualified bullish candle and or pattern. Okay, qualified, has to be qualified. Alrighty, I've about run out of my time here. Thanks everybody, appreciate it, and we'll see you here in the room in about 30 minutes. All right, thanks a bunch.